What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. Guys, got a cool one. I've been telling you I got a cool one coming up about the moon. This is the video. Okay, this thing, I was blown away when I seen it. There's a site that I go on. It's called phys.org, which is basically like physics. It's PHYS, I think it is, .org. And periodically I'll visit the page. Well, apparently I missed this thing by about, I don't know, about 8 days. Because this was on May 14th, they had this on the site. And I want to show you this, and we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the site here, phys.org. Okay, new radar images uncover remarkable features below the surface of the moon. This is the picture you're going to see. Now, I thought that was wild in itself. Okay, now let me read this to you. This is wild, guys. New images of Earth's moon reveal more than can be seen with the naked eye, thanks to the combined efforts of two largest radio telescopes of their kind, the National Radio Astronomer Observatory's Green Bank Telescope, or the GBT, in West Virginia, which is basically in my backyard, and the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. And if you guys are not familiar with those, here's the GBT one, and you can see the size of it. It's an off-center dish is what they call it. It's not a prime focus. A prime focus would have the antenna right here. Right above would be like, you see the supports coming from, like, if it was like 3 legs, it'd be coming up from here to here, and it'd be directly over the center of it. That's a prime focus dish. This one is not prime. This one's an off center, so if here's your antennas right up here, it would go boom, it would just hit and just ricochet off. So wherever they rotate this thing or tilt it to, because they can turn it and rotate it and tilt it back and forth, they can shoot this thing anywhere they want. So if this piece here, this antenna part was here, it would shoot boom and go off this way. So that's that one there. And here's Arecibo, which is built into the ground. And as you can see, here's the little cars here. Look at it. The size of this thing, it could be a speedway. It could be a racetrack, for crying out loud. This one, because it's built into the ground, it has the antenna that moves itself, which is right here in this dome. And it just goes along this rail. Now, if they put it way over here, it's going to come down. It's going to ricochet off this way. They move the antenna to this end. It'll hit this end and bounce off that way. So they could do that to any part of this dish. They can put this antenna in the middle, which would make it a prime focus, or they can move it any way they want. So just to give you guys an idea how big these things really are is amazing. Here's a little tidbit for you too. I don't know if you noticed this, but you don't really notice any much. This is kind of like the Martian pictures from above, or the moon. Now you don't notice this thing until you really look at it, but check this out. Let's see if I can find it again. But right here, there's actually, let me zoom into it because it's hard to see it. Right here, there's actually what looks like a 40 or 60 foot tower right here with a TV antenna on top. And of course, it's got other, instruments on it as well coming off the sides. But you can see it right here. There's a tower sitting right here, and you can see the cars, as I said, and you can just see this thing right here. But it's just detail you got to pay attention to, and I can just zoom right into that, and you can see it right there. So pretty wild stuff here, guys. But I'm just trying to show you detail, in other words. But anyway, you guys, just want to show you this if you're not familiar with these two satellite or radio telescopes, basically, because they're big giant dishes, and that's what they are. Okay. So, so to make these images, radio signals beamed from the Arecibos, which is the one that's built into the ground, powerful transmitter penetrated far below the moon's dusty surface. The signals then rebounded back and were picked up by the sensitive receivers on the GBT, which is the one here in West Virginia. This observing technique, known as bistatic radar, has been used to study many objects in our solar system, including asteroids and other planets. This is where it gets cool. The first image reveals previously hidden features around an area known as the Sea of Serenity, which is near the Apollo 17 landing site. Okay, keep that in mind. The radar observations were able to see approximately 10 to 15 meters, or 33 to 50 feet below the lunar surface. Keep that in mind. The light and dark features are a result of compositional changes in the lunar dust and differences in the abundance of rocks buried within the soil. Now, the second image just shows like just basically, a crash site of a comet, and asteroid, whatever. But you can see it right here. The second image is this similar observation of lunar impact crater. So, but that's not what I'm interested in. Here's the key. I don't know about you guys, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't they say the dust on the moon was only like 5 inches deep? It wasn't very deep. And of course, people question that. There's a big debate about that because they're saying, hey, well, that doesn't make sense because if it's been like that for millions of years, how come it's only 5 inches of dust? Okay, so, and then you had this thing when they had the lander land on the moon. You know, back when the Apollo missions, they said when the lander hit the moon, the thing rang for like a half hour straight. And then when they sent up that nuclear warhead to see what the moon is made of, when, you know, they can hit the thing and make a crater, and then boof, you know, they can see what the compositions of that was. They say, I don't know if they said it rang for like 3 weeks straight, like it was like this big metal ball, so to speak. So this is what I'm saying. It's conflicting, guys. It's just strange, you know. Okay, I'm going to tell you why I don't believe any of this is real. The light and dark features are the result of compositional changes in the lunar dust and differences in abundance of buried rocks and soil. I don't think that's what we're seeing. I think they're giant cities, and I'm going to show you why I believe that is, and of course it's only my opinion, and you guys can weigh in as usual. Okay, so let's jump into this. Okay, so this is it right here, and I'm going to show you just basically, believe it or not, maybe 4, maybe 5 spots of this whole area, and this is huge, guys. But I'm going to show you why I believe they're buildings or structures and roadways and so on, and things that are inconsistent with the way what they're saying. Okay, so let's jump in. Now, I'm going to show you the snapshot or what I did to it to try to enhance this a little bit, just to make it brighter, things pop a little bit better. Okay, now first of all, you can see how NASA or JPL, whoever's doctoring up these pictures, have made whatever these are super bright. They did this for a reason, because they're large objects and they're trying to hide them. Because you would think if it's a crater, it would be dark in it, wouldn't it? Okay. All right, let's take the snapshot. Let's see if we can enhance this. But I'm going to show you something really quick. Now, now I'm into it for, well, it's 500%. I'm going to go 400. Watch the difference now. I'm going to hit this. Watch it. Suddenly now you go, okay, it's still blurry, but what is that? Jump back out. Now, again, nothing really to be seen other than some dots. Okay. This, to me, blew my mind, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, let's just look at things that doesn't look like it would occur in nature, so to speak. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all in a row. This, to me, I believe is a tower. I'm going to tell you why I believe that is. There's another narrow one standing up on the side of it, and another one right here on the side of it. Now, this is the reason why I believe this is a building of some sort, and it's on a piece of land, obviously, lunar surface. But this is what gets crazy. Tell me if you've ever seen this happen in nature. Check this out. It literally has a circle, a perfect circle, all the way around it. All the way around it. Now, what does that in nature? Okay? Now, check this out. It's like roadways or transit systems or something, and you can see where they just kind of dive below the surface. See that? It's like it's got a shadow right here. Or some kind of, this right here is just standing up. It looks like another tall tower of some sort. This looks like it's actually casting a shadow. See that? It looks like it's casting a shadow from this here. Now, check this out. There's little roads and so on and so forth coming off of this. Check this out. Right here, this little dots. Now, they're probably buildings of some sort, but look at the way this comes off. Up, over, of here, boom. Nice, and I mean, this is like sharp, bang, corner, right there. Now, just to show you that that's the real deal, watch this. I'm going to darken it up a little bit. Okay. You can see that as plain as day, and it goes into this one here. But there's like roads and stuff coming off of this thing. Now, jump back into this. Okay. Now, check this out. More lines with something shiny or whatever it is, and it's going down below the surface again. Now, these may be like transit systems, like tubes, like, you know, transportation tubes, so to speak. God only knows what this stuff is. But I'm telling you right now, this is not... Now, keep in mind, too, I want to backtrack a little bit. If that's a shadow, this is not below the surface. So, now I'm not saying none of this is, of course. This could be a ton of it below the surface. But just look at the 90-degree angles, guys. Look at this. Right here. Looks like it goes into the ground. Here. Look at all these things that are like almost identical to each other, just laying on the side of each other. All these little straight lines, so on and so forth. Look at it. Boom, boom, boom. 3 dots in a row. Look at this. Like it looks like this huge complex kind of thing, whatever this thing is, flat on the ground. Look at this. Straight lines. Straight line. Come on, man. I don't believe this for a minute. It's just, I'm not saying none of this is the lunar rock or surface. Don't get me wrong on this. I'm not saying that. But I am saying I believe a lot of this. Check this one out. This right here. Look at the way these things come off, go in, and come out of it. One comes out of here, up, and over to it. Nice S-curve kind of thing going on. Right into it. So on and so forth. Guys, if this is natural, show me something in nature here and even on Earth that does that, because I would love to see that. Okay. And guys, just take a look around. And I'm going to let you guys go through this and really, because I know you guys are hardcore on this shit. Some of you guys will be all over this. Now, I do kind of throw a blue filter on it to try to get rid of some of the shiniest spots, see if we can pull this out a little bit better. And you can just see some crazy things in here, guys. Oh, my God. Okay. Let's bounce to the right here for a minute, because I want to show you this. This is wild. Okay. Again, this pot here puzzled the hell out of me, but I can tell you right now, it's definitely not naturally made. Okay, we're at 300%. We'll leave it there just for the heck of it. Check this out right here. Boom. 90-degree angle, like a roadway. Okay? This, to me, is some kind of complex in here. And I'm going to show you that just by, I had somebody telling me earlier, oh, why would they go about hiding this stuff and yet, they're allowing you to find this stuff. Well, they're not really allowing us. We're actually pulling it out of there, as far as NASA JPL. And here's the thing. It's like, if the pitches are lousy, basically all we're doing is improving the pitches. We're improving the quality to bring out what is really hidden in these pitches. Okay, so I see this right here and I'm going, wow, look at this perfectly straight line. Goes down, comes out of it. It's almost like it goes down lower into this crater area or whatever it is, and then comes up out of it. And there's another one that runs parallel with it. And I can see this without doing a thing to this picture. This is just a stock picture, guys. But because I'm so zoomed in, it's actually pixelated. Okay, snapshot it. Boom. Look how perfect this is over here now to the right. Nice. And you can see what looks like straight lines in it. Different things that are like identical to each other, sitting right on the side of each other. Another 90-degree angle. Okay. This is the part I want to show you because I want to take this, I want to try to tone this down with some, basically all I did was just went like this here, got a burn tool and just went all over this here to try to get this out. Okay, so that's what I did. And this is what I ended up with. Okay, check this out. Look at this straight line. That's when it comes out. There's another one running parallel with it. It's faint right there, but it runs parallel with it. 1, 2, junction kind of things. This goes straight out and then down into this over here. But look at the straight lines in this thing. This, to me, is not. This is not natural. It's just rocks laying about the ground. It's just, there's no way. It just can't be. And if it is, boy, nature's got a real sixth sense of humor. Check this out. This one right here has this funky shape in it. Now, I didn't notice this until I doctored it up, but check this out. It's got this weird piece right here, and it has something right there. And I'm going, what the heck is that? It's got this weird design. No. That is actually, check this, I'm going to invert it. Watch this. It actually has what looks like a road going up to it. And look at this, perfect straight line here. 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 Going across. One here. Guys, I don't know what this stuff is, man, but whatever it is, that's insane. If this is nature, like I said, she's insane. So that's just a couple pieces there. And I'm going to drop it down to another piece here. Now, guys, just look this picture over. Oh, my God. This is incredible. And, of course, you can see the different parts of Bessel and all of these. Let me see here. Where is this? Oh, this one right here. This one's neat. Now, I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, like I said, these guys love to put a lot of super contrast and really concentrate that kind of whiteness on a certain area they want to get rid of. Now, I'm looking at this here, and I'm going, why does it look like it's got like this weird 90-degree angle kind of thing going on? I said, well, let me just see what happens. I said, what is that? Just by enhancing this stuff. Now, check the stuff in the background. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All things, like all these little things lined up in a row. Is it possible they're all rocks? I'm not up there. I don't know. Me personally, I don't believe it is. Okay, check this out. 90-degree angle. It's got this rounded piece. 90-degree angle drops. There's something here. It's faint, but there's 1, 2, 3, like almost like vertical windows, large windows. Now watch this when I invert this. Okay, check that out. Seems like this is like a zigzag, like almost like if, let's say it was a piece of glass and it was cracked. I don't know. I'm just throwing something at you. So it'd be like 3 windows and one's cracked. But see the way that's perfect, like almost like boom, boom, comes down. Perfect. It looks like there may be something on the side of that there. But look, here's another thing I want you to see too. There's actually roads of something coming out of this thing going straight into these other ones here. Where is that? Check this out right here. Look at this. Perfectly round and goes down into the ground here. Look at this. Now, let's go back to it and see what we can see. See, now this is actually something different. It actually looks like there's something hollow and there's something inside it. Of course, I don't know what that is. I'm just saying. But check this out. Looks like bridges. Look at it. up and over this one here. See how this one goes over and underneath the other and continues on over here. This one actually jumps over it. This is nature? Sorry, guys. I don't believe it. And it's actually tilted in the same way this is. So, in other words, this is not straight, looking straight down at this. This is taken at an angle, the way it's shot over. There's no way this is natural. There's just no way. Look at the way over here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, like these white spots, nice perfectly right in a row. Looks like roadways all in here. Come on, man. I don't believe this stuff for a minute. I really don't. Look at that. It's actually got a shadow of this overhead one right on the top of this one here. It's actually got a shadow to it. And like I said, this one, whatever this is, might be, it could be a tubular monorail or anything like that. And it just continues on to the backside of this. So, this, guys, you can look at this thing for hours and there's just a ton of stuff to see. Period. That's all there is to it. There's just a lot of stuff here. Okay. And again, you wouldn't see this stuff had you just brought this like this here. You would never notice this. Look at this. It's all pixelated. And that's the key. If they give you low resolution pictures, this is what you see the second you try to zoom in to see what it's in the picture. So that's why you try to improve it, the quality of it, so that these things can stand out. Okay. So, okay. Let me back out of this a little bit. There's another thing I wanted to show you guys, too. Is something... See if it was right. No, that wasn't it. There was another lodge. Let me see if I can find it again here. Let me back out just a little bit. Was it this one here? I think what I did was I actually tried to bring down this area here because now some of this stuff might very well just be nothing and, you know, it's just lunar surface. But check this out right here. Almost like the shape of a stadium. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All kind of like half-round circle. Look at this stuff here. What I do is I just took the docketing tool again. Like I said, just go like this here, hit the burn tool, and I was just all over this here doing that to try to dock in this wider area. Okay. There's something right here that's just laying right there in the middle. And of course, look how bright it is. Why would this area be super bright and the rest of it isn't? It just makes no sense. Unless they're trying to hide something. Now, you don't see too much here, just not a whole lot. That's what I'm saying. It's not in everything. Not everything is something, meaning it's not all like a building, so on and so forth. But look at this, like this round area, something at the top of that one coming off, something right there. See that? There was something else that was pretty large here. It had some these weird lights or something on them. Something that was like in a almost circular pattern. Of course, I probably won't find it now because I want to. But, I mean, guys, I mean, just look around this picture. My God. There's just so much to see in here. It's just unreal. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And it looks like just these weird roads, circular areas, L shapes, S turns. It just goes on, man. Here's another one here. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. L shape. Going over to here. There's 2 of these. Whatever this is here, look at 1, 2, 3. There's like a line or like a road, and there's 1, 2, 3 things on it. Just look around, guys. Like I said, this would be a 4-hour video if I did it properly, the way I really, really want to do this thing. And you guys can tell me what you see. Check this out. There's something right there. Now this might be this is the one I did right here. See how they like it's really, really bright right here, and then when I hit the snapshot to really enhance everything, it gets really, really light. Why is that? So I just kind of docketed it out and brought it down so this we could see what's around it. But check this out. There's another thing right here with something in the middle of it. And you can see what looks like little roads and stuff like that, little complex. Something round, nice and round, perfectly round right there. Some other looks like a... I'm going to use the term hanger because I don't know, for lack of a better word. Right there has an opening, and you can see like it looks like some kind of weird hanger kind of thing. We can just pull something into here, like a craft or something. But it just looks like a bunch of roads all over this thing. Look, they all connect. Goes off different directions, comes down. Now, I'm not saying all of this is something, but I'm seeing a whole bunch of it sitting right here, guys. And like I said, nothing I know does this in nature, puts a perfect circle in the ground around what looks like a building. It just doesn't happen. It just really doesn't happen. That's absolutely perfect. And it just, like I said, keeps going all the way around. Like I said, it looks like a small cylindrical building on each side of it, and then a very large one. And like I said, look at the way these things just run off. And just keeps going. Oh my God. Like I said, guys, I just want to bring this to your attention. I think this is really wild. I'm going to back out of it even more. I mean, it looks like a city just by looking over the top of it. And like I said, it's not dead right on the top of it. It's actually off to an angle a little bit. But they're saying that this is 33 to 50 feet below the surface. Well, if it's got a kind of a shadow right here to it, which would say it's really tall, because I don't really see a whole lot of shadows in anything else here. I don't know if you guys do or not, but I'm not seeing a whole lot in anything else. So they may be very low to the ground somewhat, as opposed to this. And let me see if I can find that other thing again. Just back out here a little bit. There was something else I wanted to show you guys, but I may not be able to find it now. And there's just so much of it in here, so it wouldn't surprise me. It's just really hard to find this stuff. But anyway, just this right here. Like I said, you look at this area here, and you can just see what looks like a bunch of things. Now, a lot of this could be rocks and stuff like that, which is fine. But when I see like L-shape, what looks like roads, like different pieces, look at this. Just different roads running off of each other. Look at this. And it just continues on. Look at the way this thing is here. I just noticed this. Look at this. 1, 2, and look at the way that it looks like a road running all around this area right here. Look at this. Perfect 90-degree angle. Look at that. Is that strange? Is that wild or what? Look at that. Come on, man. I don't believe that stuff. I don't believe that for a minute. I mean, is it just my imagination here, guys, or is this the real deal here? You guys tell me. Okay? You guys let me know. I'm going to go back to the stock picture. Like I said, I told you this would be a pretty wild one. You guys can eyeball this thing yourself. Even the way it is. This is the stock picture, and look at the way this thing looks. It's insane. It looks like a city just sitting just the way it is. It looks like it's been some kind of airport or something like that, or something, or just a complex, a bunch of areas, and they just happen to look that way. But let me see just something real quick here. What is that? Every time you want to stop doing something on this thing, there's always something else. Look at these weird things running parallel with each other here. Probably roads. I mean, like I said, they could be tube, transport systems. Who knows? That are running above the ground and over all these buildings. God only knows what this stuff is. But I find it hard to believe everything that's here is a rock. I just don't buy that. I just don't think so. But again, as usual, guys, give me your take on it. I'm curious to see what you guys think, because this is a lot. Man, to just sit and look at this thing, every inch of this picture, you'll be going just like, whoa, this can't possibly be all rocks. There's just no way. But anyway, guys, I wanted to bring that to you because I thought this was pretty wild. I saw this, enhanced it, and I just couldn't believe it. I said, I've got to bring this to the viewers. I think they'll like this a lot. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Like I said, it's because you guys are the reason why I do this stuff. So, and I love hunting this stuff. I've got some more crazy ones coming up. I believe one's from the Spirit, one's from the Opportunity. We're going to go through that one. We're going to check that one out, go through that. And you guys will be able to, give me your take on it as well. Anyway, guys, as I said, thanks for watching. Always appreciate it. I'll see you next pick.